Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. This video is going to be my July favorites, and July has just been crazy. I went on vacation for a week. I went with my boyfriend and his family. We went to the beach, and then on the last day of vacation, we woke up at 2:30 a.m., drove 8 hours all the way back home, and then immediately started moving into our new apartment. We moved in together into an apartment in the city, and I'm very excited. It's been so much fun so far. There was just so much more. It was so much more work than I thought. Like, James and I, we don't have a lot of stuff, and so I thought we'd be all right, but it just took so much longer than I thought. If you guys have ever moved, you know what I'm talking about. Stuff just comes out of nowhere, like things you haven't looked at in years. You're like, oh my god, all of a sudden I have to find a place for you. And it was just a crazy experience. I'm surprised I even wore any makeup, but I did. I have a lot of favorites, a lot of things that have really come in handy this past month, especially since it's summertime, and I want to share them with you, so I'm just going to get started. I'm going to get started with makeup. I have 2 liquid lipsticks here and a liner. The first one is by Oprah. This is the old packaging, and I want to say this shade is called Malibu. I'm almost positive it's called Malibu. I will double check and let you know. But it's a beautiful, like, purpley pink. Just beautiful. I wear this a lot to weddings because it's just like a slight pop of color, but still classy. It goes with a lot of different looks. If I use it up, I would buy it again because it's really just the perfect shade. I just love the formula of these. This is one of my favorite formulas of liquid lipsticks because it is slightly like transferable. It will transfer, but it's so creamy and you can layer it up. If you put it on and then you eat something and you will put more on, you can easily add layers of this on and it doesn't get gross. It never gives you like that weird white line on the inner corner of your lips. It's just a great formula. It smells good, and they sell Oprah on Ulta's website now, so if you want to use your points to try one of these, you can. And then I have a Stila liquid lipstick. I used this in my very first video, and it's one of the first liquid lipsticks I ever bought. It's like a corally, oh, I didn't even tell you what it was. It's a Stila liquid lipstick in the shade Venezia, and it's a really pretty red with just a hint of coral, like orangey red. It does slightly make your teeth look yellow. Really, anything that's orangey is going to do that, but I love it. I do really like the Stila liquid lipstick formulas as well. These are not as transferable as the Oprah ones. They do last a little bit longer, but they are slightly a little bit more dry. Venezia, I've been wearing this a lot. I love it for summertime. I will put what lip liners I usually wear with these also below. I don't have them with me to show you. And last, for makeup, I have the NYX hashtag This Is Everything Lip Loving Balm. I talked about this in my best and worst cruelty-free lip balm video that I just put up a couple videos back. And this is fantastic. I raved about this in that video. I give you more information about it in that video, but it's just amazing. It smells good, it's just luxurious, it's thick, it's moisturizing, it's a great lip mask, and it's also fantastic for removing liquid lipsticks. I had an Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick on earlier today. I just popped some of this on and used some, like a tissue to wipe it off. Came right off, so this is great for removing makeup as well. Next, I have a face mask. This is the Health and Beauty Aztec Secret. I think that says Peruvian Healing Clay. And it's bentonite clay. I got this off of Amazon's website. It's under $10, I'm pretty sure. I'll link it below. But it's just a dry clay that you mix with apple cider vinegar or water to create kind of a paste. You put on your skin, you leave it on for a little bit, and then you clean it off, and it clears out your pores. It is 100% natural calcium bentonite clay. And I have had this for a long time, but whenever we were at the beach, James' sister, his mom, his cousins, his aunts, they were all there, and he casually mentioned that, oh, Natasha loves doing face masks. If you guys want to do some, she has some for you to do. And normally I do, and normally I bring it, but that year I had forgotten, so I just used his Prime account to order this. It came to our door at the beach house for 2 days later, and I just used some for everybody. I just made a giant bowl of it and we all had it on our face. I wish I had gotten a photo. There was like 17 of us all with it on our face, boys and girls, everybody. And this is a mask that I trust to put on everyone's skin because you can really cater how strong you want this to be. I told everyone don't leave it on for longer than 5 minutes unless you have very tough skin. If you have sensitive skin, under 5 minutes and then rinse it off. If you leave it on for a long time, if you put on a thick layer and then leave it to dry all the way, it will make your face very, very red afterwards, but the redness goes away, and I don't find that it ever like annoys my skin or bothers my skin at all. But this is great. I took that tub tub. This is the tub that I own. I took the tub from the beach and I just split it into little Jello shot cups, like condiment containers, and that way everybody could take a little bit home. Each of those condiment containers, I'll insert a photo, each of those is probably like 10 masks worth. So you get a ton of use out of this. Like I said, under $10. It's a great value. I love bentonite clay. I think it's really great for really getting all the gunk out of your pores. I don't use it often. I use it maybe like once a week, once every 2 weeks if I pay attention to like have that kind of a schedule. I really recommend it. The next product I have is a hair product, and it is the Manic Panic Amplified Semi-Permanent Hair Dye. The shade I have is called Vampire Red, and I did a video recently where I took this and I took the Manic Panic Pastelizer and I put them together to create like a rose gold hair look. It turned pink at first, and then after a wash or two it turned rose gold and it looked amazing. I love this. I will absolutely continue to use this to like get that like rose gold look. It was just fantastic. This was around $14, but I only used a little bit of it and then mixed it with the pastelizer so that it wasn't like a too deep of a red. If you want to dip your toes into dyeing your hair but you don't want to use something permanent or something that will damage your hair, use a semi-permanent like this. I definitely recommend it. You can get it on Ulta's website, and I think you can get this at Sally Beauty as well. This was one of the greatest discoveries of this past month was this. It just turned out so great. It's very pigmented and I really like it. And the last thing I have is a beauty tool. It's the Eco Tool Sponge. I talked about this in that Ulta haul recently that I did, and I tried it a few times. It's fantastic. It reminds me a lot of the Real Technique sponge, but what I like about it is it has a flat edge and then a bigger flat edge on the other side, so you can really customize like where you want to use that flat edge. But it also has like a flat cut edge along there too, which is really great for under your eyes. It still has the butt like the Real Techniques and the Beauty Blender have. It's just all around great. It's super soft, super bouncy. It's just fantastic. I love the sponge, but what I love even more is the little stand that comes with it. This is genius. I know Beauty Blender has one that's like $20-something. It's totally not worth it just to like put your Beauty Blender on. But this, while it's wet, after you use it, you just set it on here and set it on your desk. It makes it dry perfectly. It's just super nice. I don't know why I'm so worked up about this, but I really like it. And the fact that it was just like free with the sponge is awesome. And I use it for all my sponges as well. It's just great. I was just kidding. I actually have one more favorite. It's not beauty related, but I'm so excited to tell you about it. Like I said, I was moving this past month and we were at Walmart. James and I were at Walmart and we needed to get an iron and an ironing board. Everything was so big and bulky. We have a tiny apartment. We were just thinking, oh, where are we even going to store this? Where would we even iron clothes in our apartment? And I saw this at Walmart on the very bottom shelf. It's the Steam Fast steamer, and this one was only like $15, less than $20. James was really skeptical about it. He didn't know if this would actually work. We brought it home, tried it out on one of his polos, and he was so excited with how well it worked out. He like called me in from the other room to show me. So what you do is you just put water in that hole there, fill it up. I don't know if you have to wait a minute or if you can just turn it on immediately and start, and then air, like steam, will just come out of this little part, and you just, like you have a shirt hanging up, and you just run this across it, and it gets rid of all the wrinkles. It works on any fabric. It hasn't damaged anything that we've used it on. It saves us so much room. It saved us money and room. Like, we can iron anywhere. It's just fantastic. I love this. If you are moving to a smaller apartment, or if you're just looking to downsize, or if you're going to college and you don't want to have to take an ironing board with you, this is a really great option. I think it's fantastic. It's definitely one of the greatest things we found this past month. It's helped us out a lot, and I definitely recommend trying something like this out. I got it at Walmart, but I'm sure you could get something like this anywhere, maybe on Amazon, or if you have something like Walmart where you live. It also has a detachable head with like a little brush, so you can use it to remove lint and hair from clothes as well. It's just so great. I'm very excited about it, if you can't tell. If you have any favorites that you'd like to share with us, please do so in the comments. That's everything I have. I will see you in the next video, and I hope you have a wonderful day.